There are 4 key words in Shakespeare that are repeated more than any other words in the canon. And those 4 key words are eyes, mind, reason, and love. Love looks not with the eyes but with the mind is one of Helena's lines in Midsummer Night's Dream, and that's 3 of those key words packed into one line. In the same play, Hermia says, "Methinks I see things with parted eye," where everything seems double. And in the same play, Bottom says, "I see a voice." He also says, "The eye of man has not heard, the ear of man has not seen." Rosalind, in As You Like It, says, "Cuz, cuz, cuz, my pretty little cuz, that thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love, I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. I'll go find a shadow and sigh till he come." And in Shakespeare's first play, Proteus, in Two Gentlemen of Verona, says, "When I look on her perfections, there is no reason. I shall be blind." And in Shakespeare's last play, The Tempest, Prospero sees his daughter Miranda fall in love with Ferdinand, and he says, "At the first sight, they've changed eyes." But it's not just in this invention of the loving eye that Shakespeare uses these 4 key words. He also created the idea poetically of the seeing brain. Hamlet says to Horatio, "Methinks I see my father." Horatio says, "Where, Hamlet?" He says, "In my mind's eye, Horatio." The idea that we can see more and hear than we ever can with our real eyes is being explored by Shakespeare again and again in so many of his plays. Helena, in All's Well That Ends Well, when she's talking about the remedy for the king's illness that she took from her doctor father, says, "Many receipts he gave me, chiefly one. He bade me store up in my triple eye, safer than mine own two." And with that we have the poetic invention of memory. The idea that once seen, one won't forget. Prospero, again, in these late plays, says, "How is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark backward and abyss of time?" And with that we have the idea that memory is stored here, and once seen cannot be unseen, which of course can lead to madness. So Ophelia, who has soaked up so much pain, so much suffering, says, "Woe is me, to have seen what I've seen, see what I see." And in that change of tense, we have the idea that she's talking about what she has seen, and then she realises that having seen it, she's never going to unsee it. Lady Macbeth sleepwalks with her eyes open. The doctor and her gentlewoman discuss her eyes. They say, "You see, her eyes are open." To which the reply is, "Aye, but their scents are shut." And in the same play, Macduff, having seen the dead body of the king, returns to the assembled throng and says, "Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with a new Gorgon." As if sight can be collectively held in a society. These themes of seeing and unseeing inevitably lead to themes of madness, expressed through what we can see and how we see. So Lear on the heath, when he meets his blind friend Gloucester, says, "No eyes in your head, but you see how this world goes." To which Gloucester replies, "I see it feelingly." And Hamlet, when he confronts his mother, of all the things that he could say, he says to her, "Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed and batten on this moor? Huh? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love." To which she replies, "Speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their tinct." And so in this way, this understanding of how Shakespeare poetically expressed what it is to be alive, how it feels to be alive. This architecture of key words gave me my way into Shakespeare, which led me to create all these sensory games for people who struggle with making eye contact and focusing their mind's eye on what is actually happening in front of them, as opposed to letting all of the other information drive them quite mad.